Welcome back, everybody, for another deep dive.
Yeah.
Today we're going to be looking at something a little unusual, I think.
Yeah, it is a little bit different.
It's marketing to funeral homes.
Uh,
Now, I know that might sound,
for home care businesses.
yes,
Yeah.
for home care businesses,
Kind of a niche area.
it's a little strange.
Yeah.
But we found some information that I think is really going to be valuable to you guys out there who are interested in exploring this. And we're going to get to why this is valuable in just a minute.
Yeah.
And to help us break this down, I have an expert.
I'm excited to talk about this.
Yes. Who knows? Both the home care industry
Yes.
and the funeral industry.
Yeah.
So let's just jump into it.
Yeah, let's go for it.
So I think the first question that pops into anyone's mind is,
Where do they even intersect?
where do these two things
Yeah.
even meet?
Exactly.
What's the connection?
Well, they both serve largely aging populations, and so there's a lot of overlap in the people that they serve. Then the needs
Yes.
of those people.
We've got a stat here that I think is pretty surprising.
Yeah.
34% of funeral directors
Mm-hmm.
have recommended a home care agency
Wow.
to their clients more than once.
More than once.
Yeah, so this is something that's happening pretty consistently.
Absolutely.
And it's a pretty significant number, I would
Yeah,
say.
that's a significant number.
Yeah, so, I mean, it begs the question, why aren't more people
Absolutely.
taking advantage of this?
There's a huge opportunity there.
Right.
And I don't think people are really
Yeah.
tapping into it
Okay,
as much as they could.
let's look at kind of like the why of it.
Sure.
Why are funeral directors
Yeah.
in a good position to refer people?
Well, think about widows and widowers.
Okay.
Very often, one spouse is the primary caregiver for the other spouse.
Okay.
And when that spouse passes away,
Yeah.
the surviving spouse is left in this really vulnerable position. They might be elderly themselves, they may need care themselves, and they're suddenly having to deal with all of this alone.
So the funeral director is someone that they're talking to.
Right.
They're already interacting with at this difficult time.
Exactly.
And there's already a level of trust there.
Absolutely. Funeral directors are often seen as trusted advisors.
Yeah.
Especially in times of grief and loss.
Yeah.
People are looking for guidance and support.
Okay.
And funeral directors are there to help them navigate not just the funeral arrangements, but also that difficult period that follows.
Yeah.
And that often includes practical advice, like recommending resources.
And that's where home care comes in.
Exactly.
Okay, so it's like they're already in this position
They're already there.
where they're giving advice.
They're already having those conversations.
Yeah.
And home care is a natural fit in many cases.
So I guess the next question would be, how can we do this?
Well, I think it's important to
Preferably.
approach this with sensitivity.
Right, because it's
Yeah.
a very sensitive topic.
Absolutely.
We're dealing with death. We're dealing with grief.
Right.
We don't want to be.
It's not about capitalizing on grief.
Yeah.
It's about providing support
Exactly.
and resources to families
Yeah, we're not trying to...
during a difficult time.
Yeah, take advantage of anyone
Right.
in this time.
Exactly.
So how do we do it?
Well, one way is to really focus on
Okay.
building relationships
Right.
with funeral directors.
Okay.
And, you know, one of our sources had a great quote about this.
Okay.
Kenny Kuehler, he's a regional marketing manager for a funeral service.
Yeah.
And he said, "I don't want people to see me as the Grim Reaper. Just like anyone who serves the elderly, we want to provide them with quality, dignity, and respect."
That's a great quote.
Yeah.
It kind of really humanizes the whole
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
And so I think like focusing on that relationship.
Yeah. Building those genuine relationships
Yeah.
is key.
Okay. And another one of our sources, Steve Palmer, who owns Westcott Funeral Homes.
Yeah.
He really emphasized that funeral directors, they serve as social workers, community resources, and confidants to their elderly clients.
Yeah. They're really pillars of the community.
Yeah. And he gave an example I think it was really interesting
It did.
about elderly couples
Yeah.
who would regularly visit his funeral home.
Yeah. Just to chat,
Mm.
not to plan a funeral,
Not to plan a funeral.
but just because they found a sense of community there.
That's amazing.
It's really heartwarming.
It really changes your perspective
It does.
of what a funeral home is.
Yeah.
Like it's not this,
It's not this scary,
yeah,
morbid place.
yeah, cold.
Right.
Like it's a place where people can connect.
It's a community hub.
Yeah.
And I think that's really important to remember.
And so because of all of that,
Mm.
because they have that connection with the community, because
Yeah.
people are going to them for advice.
Yeah.
Like Steve Palmer said, people would come to him for advice about anything.
Anything.
Yep.
From hotels to home care agencies.
Hotels, yeah.
Yeah.
Like they are a trusted resource.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we've established
Yeah.
that they're great referral partners.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
But how do we actually
how do we
make those connections?
how do we make those connections?
How do we build those relationships?
Yeah.
How do we get
How
started?
do you actually get those referrals?
Well, there's a lot of different strategies out there,
Okay.
and they really all come down to two main things.
Okay.
Building those genuine relationships we've been talking about,
Okay.
and making sure that your services are tailored
No.
to meet the needs of both funeral directors
Okay.
and their clients.
So we're going to get into exactly how to do that.
We are?
But first,
Yes.
we're going to take a quick break. And we're back talking about marketing to funeral homes for your home care business.
Yeah, it's exciting stuff.
It really is. And I think it's really making us think outside the box.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit about who our partners can be and who can really help us reach our target market.
I think it's easy to get stuck in our own little world.
Yeah.
And forget that there are all these other people out there who are already working with the same people we're trying to reach.
Yeah, like we were saying before.
Exactly.
Funeral directors, they're already trusted advisors in the community.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like you're starting from scratch.
Right.
You know, when you're trying to reach out to someone.
You've got that warm introduction.
Yeah, it's like a warm lead.
Exactly.
Instead of having to cold call someone or, put out some generic ad.
Yeah, you're not just a random name in a phone book.
Yeah.
You're someone that they've been referred to by someone they already trust.
And it's such an organic connection, too, because they're already talking about these things.
Exactly.
They're already talking about needing help at home.
Mm-hmm.
The funeral director is already hearing these things.
And they're already in that position to offer advice and support. And so if you can build that relationship with the funeral director,
Right.
they become a natural extension of your marketing team.
Yeah, and it's not just funeral directors. I've got all these other potential partners.
Oh, absolutely.
That we can...
Think about senior centers.
Yeah.
Assisted living facilities.
Geriatric care managers. Mm-hmm. Estate planning attorneys.
Yeah, the list goes on and on.
It really does.
And I think sometimes the most unexpected partnerships can be the most fruitful.
Okay, curious. Give me an example.
Well, I remember reading about a home care business that partnered with a local theater group to offer specialized services for seniors with dementia.
Oh, wow.
They created this program that combined cognitive stimulation with social interaction.
Interesting.
Using elements of drama and music therapy.
Oh, wow. So it's like...
It was really creative.
Yeah, using something that you wouldn't think.
Yeah, totally outside the box.
Would be.
But it makes sense when you think about it. Because both the home care business and the theater group, they're both passionate about improving the quality of life for seniors.
Right.
And so they found this common ground.
Right. And by working together, they were able to create something.
Create something really special.
Yeah. That was unique and that really benefited.
That benefited everyone involved.
Yeah.
The seniors, the families, the businesses.
Yeah. You've got my wheels turning now.
Good.
So do you have any other...
I do.
Examples like that?
There's another one that comes to mind, a home care agency that teamed up with a pet grooming service to offer in-home pet care for their clients.
That's a good one.
Yeah, they realized that a lot of seniors struggle to take care of their pets.
Right.
Especially if they have mobility issues or they're recovering from an illness.
Oh, absolutely.
And so this partnership allowed them to keep their pets at home.
Which is so important.
Yeah, it's a huge emotional benefit for the seniors.
Yeah, because that's one of the things that I hear a lot.
Yeah.
Is I can't take care of my dog anymore. I have to give up my cat.
It's heartbreaking.
Yeah. And it's really hard. And so...
And it can really impact their overall well-being.
To have that taken care of.
Exactly.
Pretty
and so
strict
this
hard.
Partnership not only addressed a real need, but it also strengthened that bond between the home care agency and their clients.
Right. So again, it's win-win for everybody.
Win-win-win.
Yeah, for the pet too.
For the pet, for the grooming service.
Yeah.
For the home care agency.
Okay, so we've got theater, we've got pet grooming.
Yeah. What else can we come up with?
What else is out there?
I don't know. The possibilities are endless.
Yeah.
Really, it's just about being creative and thinking outside the box.
So how do we find these people?
Well, I think the first step is to just start by looking around your community.
Okay.
What other businesses or organizations are serving the same demographic as you?
Oh.
Who are the people that you're trying to reach?
Okay.
And then think about how you could partner with them to create something that's mutually beneficial.
And how do we approach these people?
Just reach out to them.
Okay.
Start a conversation.
Easy as that.
It's really that simple.
Go have a cup of coffee.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You never know what might come out of it.
Yeah, you never know what kind of amazing collaboration might emerge from a simple conversation.
That's right.
I love
It's all about building those relationships
Yeah.
and seeing where they lead.
It's really inspiring to think about all the different ways that we can connect with people
Yeah.
and how we can really expand our reach and make a bigger impact.
It's not just about finding new clients. It's about building a more connected and supportive community
Absolutely.
for everyone.
And I think that's what's so exciting about this,
Yeah.
is that it's not just about us.
Right.
It's about everybody.
It's about the families we serve.
Yeah.
It's about the community as a whole.
Yeah. And creating those win-win situations.
Absolutely
where
right.
everybody benefits.
Yeah.
This whole conversation has really got me thinking
Oh, yeah, me.
about what's possible.
I mean, what if we took this idea of collaboration
Yeah.
and really ran with it?
Okay, I like where you're going with this.
What if we created a service
Yeah.
that truly bridges the gap
Okay.
between home care and funeral services?
Okay, what would that look like?
I'm picturing a holistic service
Okay.
that's designed to support families
Yeah.
from the moment a loved one passes away
Okay.
all the way through the grieving process and beyond.
So like a one-stop shop for navigating loss.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It could encompass everything from arranging home care for the surviving spouse
Yeah.
to coordinating funeral arrangements
Okay.
to providing grief counseling resources.
Oh.
It would be like having a trusted guide
Yeah.
to help families through one of life's most challenging transitions.
I love that idea.
And I think it really highlights just how interconnected these life events really are and how much families need that consistent, compassionate care.
During those times.
Yeah,
I think you're onto something there.
I think so too.
This whole deep dive has been a real eye-opener for me.
Yeah, me too.
It's challenged my assumptions.
It's broadened my perspective.
And it's given me a lot to think about.
Yeah, it's really got the wheels turning.
As we wrap up this episode,
Yes.
I want to leave our listeners with one final thought.
Okay.
Don't underestimate the power of connection.
That's so true.
It might sound simple,
Yeah.
but it's really at the heart of everything we've talked about today.
It's those connections, those genuine relationships
Yeah.
that make all the difference.
Yeah, it's not about the marketing strategies.
Right.
It's not about the bottom line.
It's about people.
It's about recognizing our shared humanity
Absolutely.
and working together
Yeah.
to make a difference.
To create a more compassionate and supportive world.
Well said.
Thank you.
And to all of our listeners out there, thank you for joining us on this deep dive.
Yeah. Thanks for listening.
We hope you've gained some valuable insights,
We hope you've been inspired.
and we hope you'll continue to explore
Yeah.
those unexpected connections.
Keep the conversation going.
And remember, even though this deep dive is ending,
Yeah.
the conversation doesn't have to.
Absolutely not.
We would love to hear from you.
Yeah.
What unexpected partnerships have you explored?
Share your stories.
What are you dreaming of creating?
Let's inspire each other.
Share your thoughts and insights in the comments below.
Yeah, we want to hear from you.
And until next time, keep exploring, keep connecting, and keep making a difference in the world.